To Jessica Craven from We Were John C. of Roseman, California. You know, the armpit of the Antelope Valley. I caught one of your videos. One that you posted out, Let It Burn. I believe you posted it on January 10th, 2025, and this is January 11th, 2025 at 8:40 in the morning. What you hear in the background is news conference going on KTLA 5 live at the at this taping here. Question and answering concerning about what's been happening. I have been expressing a lot of fears, a lot of doubts, and a lot of anger as well on my own tube. Problem is, sometimes I'm not quite sure who or what to blame, except human beings in general for maybe allowing the climate change to get worse and worse. If I want to do the finger pointing, but the thing is, I have no control over it. I mean, over the stuff I've got here, in my own apartment out here. So, I've been doing my channel since COVID, talking about what my title of the channel is. I dealt with emotions, I dealt with grieving, and still doing it about losing my family. You've seen a portion of my video, you know the camera angle right now is facing towards a cabinet. Back in 2013, Dave back in 2018. It still hurts like hell. Turning 59 this year. And it's hard as hell. Living out in the AV since '05. Lived out in San Fernando Valley. Prior to that for 38 years. So basically, LA City and County is my home. I don't appreciate people from out of state making them smart ass terms because they're keyboard warriors. They have no clue. They don't care. They really do not care. They're not out here living. They're not out here dealing with the people left and right. They're not dealing with the people who have already lost homes, and they're heartless about it. They just don't care. They don't take transparency, accountability, or responsibility. They don't care. They're troglodytes. Sorry. No, the smoke hasn't come over here. It's just morning wake up and trying to get the whole body working at this point. Emotionally, I can tell you that I'm a wreck. So is my dog. Bus budget. 1 second, I got 1 second there. Well, when you have pets, you have to take care of them before anything else, including their emotional needs. I'm a caregiver and a caretaker. Caretaker for my family. Caregiver for my senior, who is a very stressed out puppy. We all expected that 2025 would be rocky, but we didn't expect this kind of thing to happen. I expected in my own neighborhood of Roseman, California, to go up in smoke. I tried to show on videos where I live. I know it's a safety hazard, but nobody comes over here, so I really don't. I don't see the panic or fear just yet, but I know what fear of losing an apartment is, especially when human behavior is involved. I know what it's like. The threat, but that's just not it to equate it with. When I was living in the valley for 38 years, all over the place. North Hollywood, Arleta, Granada Hills, North Hills, uh, two different places in Granada Hills actually, and Reseda before moving out, all within a 38-year period. Yeah, I've seen my fair share. Talk about a lot on my videos, including recent ones I'm trying to get loaded up right now. It's terrifying. I've seen fire close up. Ain't fun. It's not just watching a campfire. No, no, no. It's watching a nightmare happening where you're about to lose your home. And that happened last year in July. But I also had the fear Yeah, there goes the repeater towers. I'm just watching KTLA, looking at some of the repeater towers, some of the antennas out there. And there was a little bit more fire getting close to some of them. Power lines going down. People losing homes, losing power, losing water, life support. I think it's fun dealing with this kind of stuff. It may look like I'm a very rich man because I've got all this antique stuff. I've got an inherited antique stuff here. And stuffed animals I've been collecting for a hell of a long while since before COVID. The clock is a broken reminder of what I lost a long time ago. And my brother was at one time, but no longer, and no longer U.S. Navy, and no longer alive. My mama. Pictures of her on Christmas, the last one of her life, with her puppy, the same one I have. It's not fair, and it's hard as hell to deal with this. It's hard to see that portions of the valley are going up again. When you got portions of just LA going up again. We had never seen anything of this magnitude, but we know of the magnitude. You're about to get an introduction here. I'm going to let the tape run. All right, woman. Comment. Headsets. Cordless headsets. Alright. Say hello to the camera, mama. Old, blind, deaf. Senile. Sorry. Next time I gotta get me some cordless. Should have adapted to this. Mandeville Canyon. They're still fighting it up there. I've driven a lot of canyons, sometimes not even realizing what the names of them are, until I start looking at Google Maps. Out of canyons I know. I used to live, work in those areas, or close to them. Very scenic, very beautiful, when they're not torched. Every time we had Santa Ana seasons, I kept wondering whether or not we're going to be next. If that one particular place I'm working at is going to get torched or not. I've driven through it many times with my family, even with my brother. We did a lot of long-term excursions. And short-term, around the Southland. And there was still too much to see. But circumstances forced us to live out here in the Antelope Valley. 20 years, 20 some odd years. A lot of crap happening, and I'm here. Yeah, this does affect me a great deal. It affects her because she's constantly stressed out. She's a part of her, but she's also an old woman. She's mine. She's mine. Things I have to do when one is disabled. Back, neck, drive me crazy. Accidents happen that put me on the DL. And then there's the mental health situations happening throughout my lifetime. So, yeah, I'm pretty much screwed. Every time I keep seeing the fire reports this week. I'm constantly reliving some of the stuff I went through. In 38 years, I think I lost track how many fires I've witnessed, and the names of the fires, they're blurred because to me they're all the same. My Southland got torched again, either by human or by nature. And in this situation, the Santanas weren't kind to us, they weren't merciful. They were vicious, malicious, and they tore through and giving us hellscape and Armageddon at the same time. Not to mention giving fodder to every damn political nutjob and keyboard warrior out there who think they know better. They don't. They haven't lived out here. Even for some people are visiting out here to think they got a strong opinion, they haven't lived. They haven't been part of. And I don't care. You may see some things crawling around, but that's life. Anyway, it's good talking to you. And we should, I don't know, we're going to discuss politics or how people are being pissy at the Valley. We should talk more about that one. Meantime, come see my channel, The Diary of a Griever Named John Weaver, and you'll be bored to death.